Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. Cilantro. It is Sunday, September 27th, 2020. We're starting our 28th week of dealing with this COVID-19 China bat flu thing, at least here locally. Currently here in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 81 degrees Fahrenheit. The humidity is 78% out there, 72 inside. Celsius, it'll be 27 out there and 22 in here. 78% humidity, and it's showing a rain cloud, like it's raining out, because it is. I'm where that blue dot is. Welcome to Florida. The storm actually woke me up several hours ago with a headache as it was coming in, but you know, not too bad. So yeah, I had things I wanted to get done this afternoon. I'm still playing around with the van, and this is putting a knock on that, but maybe it'll slow down or whatever, and I can get out there. I found a small chest, a wooden chest, toy box. I don't know what the heck you would call it actually, but it fit right between the seats in the van. But it's sitting a little bit too high. I put a basket on top of it, and the basket, like when I put my arm out, it's up too high. So the van has captain seats in it, so it's got armrests. When I put my arm on that armrest, it hits the basket and whatnot. I could do away with the basket. I might anyway, but for right now, I think I'm going to take the bun feet off the bottom of that chest. It'll drop it down probably that much, and that'll put it almost on level with the seats. So it wasn't really something I was looking for. I was thinking about having one of my son-in-laws make me something to go in there, but I hadn't even really thought that completely through. Like, what did I want? So I'm not 100% sure what I'm even going to put in it. There's a lot of space in there. Excuse me. But it should be something that's, I'll need accessible from the front seat or the back. It does stick out behind the seats a little further than I would have had built, and so I'm going to need to redo my curtain that's behind me, so it comes down to just on top of it instead of all the way to the ground or all the way to the floor. So I don't know if I'll go ahead and reuse the same blanket curtain thing. I'm going to have to fold it almost in half. So I might. I'll just have to look at it and make a final decision, I guess, when I'm actually out there. But all these thoughts running through my head, and trying to get things organized. I do the same thing in here in the house, though. It's, I've got things organized. I pulled stuff out of the room, the chaos room, to organize a couple of the boxes, and this place exploded. So yeah, I need to get in, and I don't know. There's just stuff that needs to get done. It's Sunday. I got to strip the bed, make the bed. I got to do the bathroom. I got a load of dishes that need to get done. So, life doesn't stop. You have to keep on keeping on. I don't know. I actually just did the bed like Wednesday or something. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to get off of the schedule. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm kind of liking the idea. The baskets, I had seen similar plastic baskets or bins on one of the Facebook pages. Somebody had done their build using them, and I thought that's a good idea. As I was sitting here looking at the bins that I had found previously, and I'm thinking, so I went back to see if they had any more, and fortunately they did. The bins that I found, they hold a lot of stuff. It kind of surprised me. Everything that I had in the big tote for food fit in the two baskets that I had, or the two bins that I had. I don't know what to call them. I guess they're baskets, plastic baskets. But yeah, so everything fit into those with plenty of space to spare. I don't know that I will keep them set up like I did. I made a comment. Well, Grizzly Taco made a comment. It looks, it's going to be a chore to get things organized in the van or something along those lines. And I told him, I said, I've been thinking that I've tried to cover way too many bases. So I need to really consider downsizing what I'm carrying, or split it up between Sherry and Earlene and carry a little bit in each, because right now I've got that big trunk stock full of cooking stuff, and I've still got my backpack cooking kit that needs to get broken down and put into one or the other of the vehicles. But like in that trunk, I've got a mini stove, I've got a single gas burner, I've got the propane burner, I've got an alcohol stove, and just like way more pots and pans than I'm actually going to need. Even though, like, I'll probably take some of them out, and then I've got my two cast iron pans that I'll put back in there, 6-inch skillets, because that's fine for just one person, and that's basically what I'm going to be cooking for. If I need to cook more, then I've got two of them. So, I mean, I can cook up a whole pound of hamburger, make a whole pound of chili in that 6-inch skillet. That's not a problem. I'm thinking about doing walking tacos, and I was thinking about that, and it's like, that's not going to fit in that 6-inch skillet, because there I need, like a pound of meat, and then the sauces and spices, and probably a can of beans, and I don't know, maybe some mixed vegetables if I got it, or so it would overflow that small skillet. Luckily I thought about this in advance, but so yeah, something like that I would have to severely modify the recipe, or just make it up a different way, or not make that recipe up when I'm on the road. It could be made in half, a half a pound of meat and a half a can of beans. I wish they sold small cans of more variety. All I can find, and not every time I go to the store, and not every store, like you find green beans, sometimes you find French style green beans, which then I stock up on because that's what I like. You can find the small cans of mixed vegetables, sometimes peas, spinach occasionally, very occasionally. But like you can't find a small can of refried beans. You can't find a small can of red kidney beans or black beans or pinto beans or any of the others. So if you want a small portion, then you have to go dry and make your own, which is okay. And like, you know, dried beans don't take up a whole lot of space. But then, you know, it's not an easy pull over to the side of the road, throw a bunch of cans into a pan, and make dinner. You know, you have to like really think ahead, like almost 2 days ahead. Ooh, excuse me. But you know, it is what it is. So you would think as the generation to get older, I mean, we're supposedly the largest generation that's reaching, you know, this age, that, you know, they would provide more of the, you know, the smaller individual sized packaging. So, and not just for individual people, like it would be fine for like Bob and Swoosh. I swear they don't need enough to keep a bird alive. I mean, they will literally buy one entree at like Denny's or Olive Garden or something like that, and then they'll split it at the table and end up taking some home. I'm asking for seconds. You know, I think my parents are kind of like the same way. You know, you just don't eat quite as much. I don't eat as much anywhere near like I used to. But that doesn't mean, you know, I can't sit down and put it away. I just don't put it away like. I remember I was going with my son somewhere. Now you have to realize my son's like 6'7", I think, something like that. I mean, he never really admits to how tall he is, but we were headed somewhere, and it got to be lunchtime, and we stopped at McDonald's, and he went in and he ordered 4 quarter-pounders of cheese, 2 large fries, a milkshake, and a large Coke. And he turned to me and says, "What do you want, Dad?" So, the other day, coming out of school, I picked up the G-Brats, and I was coming out of school, and my daughter-in-law's car was up in line still waiting. It's like, I mean, she was really late getting there, and as I'm pulling up, I see the window go down, and I'm expecting her to, you know, reach out the window, and she's like 5'1" and a quarter or something, you know, rather tiny. But I'm expecting her to, you know, reach out and wave or slow me down or something to tell me something, and all of a sudden the Sasquatch paw comes out. It looked like it was coming all the way over to grab my car. I mean, that arm just kept on coming out and coming out and coming out and coming out. Jay's hand has got to be, I mean, it's got to be like that big, you know? I mean, it's... Anyway. I don't remember where I was. Got sidetracked. Imagine that. But, so yeah, and, you know, here it is, it's raining. It's not raining hard, but it's raining. From what the weatherman was saying, we're supposed to get rain the next couple of days again, but then we're going to get a break in the heat. Like, it'll finally be September, but it'll be October. So, excuse me. We should get a moderation of the heat where it's down like it is today, where it's, you know, like in the mid to low 80s, which is, you know, that's comfortable weather. And like lower humidity, which is, that's always the killer. So, you know, even like yesterday, it was only 85 degrees out or something. So, but the humidity was high. Excuse me. The humidity was even high down at the beach. Although there was a wind blowing, and it's a different, like the humidity wasn't that intense. Like it wasn't like you can't breathe high, but high enough. Like when I stopped to work on the van, it got pretty sweaty, you know, just because of the humidity. So, you know, just take it slow and step out into the breeze, and you know, take my time and look at nature. And a couple of you have mentioned that, you know, it was a gorgeous spot to stop. I can't say no to that. Florida's got a lot of pretty areas, and that's just, you know, that's one that the old miss and I used to like to go there just to get out of the house. It's only like, I don't know, 40-minute ride, 45-minute ride, less than an hour. You know, maybe an hour from where we were at. So where we lived. But we would stop and grab something at Subway, or we'd make something up at home, or we'd go just a little further down the causeway from the marina where I stopped at. You're actually into St. Augustine. And you can go on to, like, the outskirts of St. Augustine and hit, you know, McDonald's or Wendy's or any of those type places, and then turn around and go back and you know, eat at the marina or something like that. So but yeah, that was a really pretty spot. If we got down that far, I mean, even there's a pizza joint, or used to be a pizza joint, on the island side of the bridge in Volano Beach. We would stop there and grab a pizza sometimes, or like the overlook at South Ponte Vedra Beach. That was another place we like to go quite often. Just sit, watch the ocean, and you can look out over at the other direction. You looked out over the Guana Park, and yeah, it's just a nice little spot to sit and eat. Waste a couple hours or whatever. So where was I going? Yeah, with the van, yeah, just trying to figure out. Like I said, I'm carrying too much stuff. I think I need to pare down. Although I kind of like, I'm not a prepper, but I like being ready. You know, like, I don't know if I'm going to want to use a small stove or a larger stove or a full-size stove. I'm going on this trip coming up, and like, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and I've got a dual burner. I think it's a Coleman, a dual burner stove in the Chamber of Chaos. I'm thinking I may throw that in just in case, like, we're at the, you know, we're working at the house or whatever, and they want to make up a pot of coffee and, you know, a pot of tea or whatever. So I may go ahead and throw that in the truck. Say I'm going to cut down and then, you know, adding more stuff, but I mean, I've got that. But then I also carry a single burner that just sits on top of the little propane bottle. So, and then, like I said, I've got a little itty bitty stove, and I need to get more space in the van. Somehow I was thinking there's going to be, like, you know, all this space in there, but there really isn't by the time you start adding boxes. I've got a couple of treasure chest type boxes. There's two of them right here that I'm looking at now. I think there's another one in the Chamber of Chaos. But they're all full of Halloween craft type stuff. And I've been emptying these big boxes that I was using as my boxes that I could just like the three of them fit real nice in Erlene in the brat buggy, and then I could use them as a bed platform. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat for some reason today. But yeah, so I'm emptying those out because I don't really need them, and maybe I'll just take all the stuff out of those treasure chest type things and put in there, and then that might be a cool look in the van. A cool look, and they've got, you know, the storage, and I can break it up that way. But more ideas, more stuff to do, more stuff to go through. Oh, I'm not even sure I want to start doing that. Like pull those trunks down and start looking inside of them, and oh man, I don't know. What do you do to yourself, Doc? Where's my glass? There, we'll try these. What are we running at? 21 minutes. That ain't too bad. And like I said, I'm not sure what to put in the new white chest. A couple of y'all have mentioned like painting it. Whoever had it had painted it like with a real thick house paint, like a wall paint, and it's got all these runs on it and blots on it, and it'd be a pain in the neck to strip it down. It really would. All those little grooves and everything else. I'm basically a lazy man. I have no problem admitting to that. So I'm not sure that that's going to be in the cards, and it looks okay the way it is. It'll definitely work for what I need. I might change the basket on top of it and go with a flat board instead of that wicker look that's on top of it. That's just a decoration, but I can just put a board over top of that, or even just a foam pad, and maybe mount like an extra cup holder or something like that. Different possibilities. Right now it's just, you know, I need to get things organized all the way around. What needs to go in that trunk is going to have to be something that, you know, I need from the front more than I do from the back, or stuff that I don't need all that often, or I don't know. Maybe I'll end up putting my clothes in there, but maybe not. I like putting them in my duffel bags. I don't know. It's, you know, like I said, I need to start spending a little bit more time, and now that the weather's breaking, I still have to get in and remove. It's got an old style TV up in the overhead. It doesn't really work. I mean, you can watch it if you get over the air TV, but I don't do that very often, so it's really not needed for me. I'm going to end up taking it out, and then I've got that big old attic space up in front. It's like 3 feet deep or whatever, and you know, it goes across the entire van. It's probably a good foot tall, and in some areas it goes up like almost 1.5 feet. There's a lot of space up there. Space for blankets and, you know, clothes and all kinds of stuff. So we'll see. I'm not going to be able to live. You know, I'm not living in the van. I'm traveling, doing, you know, short trips, or I plan on doing short trips and overnights and stuff like that. I'm not actually living out of it at this point. I don't know if I will in the future. But yeah, so it's, you know, it's a process. I mean, I've been in here. This is what, September, and I moved in here in January. Well, it's almost October. So I've been here going on 10 months, and I don't have the place organized the way I really want. Really want. I've been thinking about going ahead and changing everything up in here, setting up at a different angle, and then again, there's that lazy man factor. I mean, I look at it, it's like, I want to try that. Man, that's a lot of work. It's not like, I mean, just to empty the one shelving unit over there that the TV's sitting on is going to take a while. There's all that stuff that I have to put into boxes, and you know, it's a glass shelf, so it's got to be taken apart. I can't just move it the way it is. I don't know. You know, the way I'm thinking though, it's like I could actually just go ahead and move the TV over and put it on something like this behind me. We clean this off and, you know, do something like that. That's if I put this table directly catty-cornered across the room to the other corner from where I'm at now. Or if I go over here and put it towards the door to the Chamber of Chaos, that might work. That gives me access to the quick access to the small bathroom that's right behind this cabinet. Can you hear that thunder grumbling? What's that rain looking like? It's not heavy rain, but it's steady. It looks like we're going to be out of it in a little while. There's another one coming up behind it. We got a big old mess coming in behind it. All right. Who's that to? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess we're getting close to that time, aren't we? Yep. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I'll also put links to similar videos. You'll find my email, which is my PayPal, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee or a hamburger or something. You also find my snail mail in case you want to, you want to send me something cool. Sorry, sidetracked again. Butterfly. But yeah, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I'll see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Slunchy, y'all. Sticker's gone. I gotta go buy a new coffee cup. Bye-bye.